How's it going, everyone? It's Milwaukee coming back at you once again, and today we're going to be discussing Darth Vader, Shadows and Secrets by Kieran Gillen with art by Salvador LaRocca. Let's get into it. Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra head to Tatooine in search of clues about Luke Skywalker at the old Lars homestead and at Obi-Wan's old house. Then, Darth Vader heads to Santul to topple the underworld leader on behalf of the Hutts. Dr. Aphra pulls off a heist against the Empire with the aid of none other than the Black Chrysanthemum at the behest of Darth Vader. Then, Darth Vader is tasked with finding the culprit of the robbery. Dr. Aphra gets info on a person of interest to Darth Vader, while Darth Vader is tasked with hunting down criminals. Dr. Aphra and the murderous droid 000 interrogate a Nabooian mortician to determine whether or not Padme had in fact given birth before her death. Then, Darth Vader tasks Dr. Aphra with finding Luke Skywalker. Dr. Aphra learns the location of Luke Skywalker just before the Empire invades and kills her informant and sets its sights on her. Can Darth Vader keep her alive long enough to get the information that he sent her to get for him? Darth Vader ends up getting the information he needs from Dr. Aphra, and he bests his rivals while doing so. Then he heads off to Vrogus Vas in search of Luke. The crossover event, Vader Down, is next. So as for my thoughts on this volume, this really is a Dr. Aphra book. I know she made her debut in the previous book, but in that book she was always scared that Darth Vader was going to kill her. In this book, she really starts to, stand on her own. Darth Vader is tasking her with doing these heists, and we get to see her put a crew together, and they rob the Empire. And then Darth Vader is like, "Oh, I need you to find out, this or that or the other." And she's, interrogating morticians, and then she's, coming to like Darth Vader's rescue and stuff. Really standout volume for her here. I can see why she goes on to get her own series later on. She's still an interesting character at this point. The most interesting part of the Darth Vader book, if I'm being honest. And I want to see more of her. But we'll have to see where it goes. But yeah, this is really standout volume for her. And of course, 000 and BT, those two murderous droids she travels with. We get the debut of Black Chrysanthemum here, who is a member of her team. And she owes him, so looking forward to see where that's going. And Darth Vader, in the previous book, he was blamed for the destruction of the Death Star. So he's falling out of favor with the Emperor. So the Emperor has all these other rivals that are vying for his attention or whatever. So Darth Vader's constantly going up against them and seeing him navigate that, as well as having a new Watcher, watching his every move. He has to use sleight of hand and tricks of the Force, and especially in this volume because his agent, right, Dr. Aphra, is the one causing all the problems that he himself is being tasked to investigate. So it's interesting seeing him, sort of manipulate things or like use the Force to like kill a guy before he could confess, using misdirection and misleading, and setting up the rebels, just to cover his own ass because he doesn't want to expose his plot against the Emperor, and he doesn't want to kill his agent Dr. Aphra prematurely because she has the information that he needs. And with him constantly being under surveillance and being watched, he can't go out there and get it himself, so he has to operate through her. And it's just this whole thing really makes for an enjoyable volume. It's a great story that Kieran Gillen is weaving here in the Darth Vader comic, even though Darth Vader is kind of taking a back seat in his own book. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give Darth Vader, Shadows and Secrets, a 4 out of 5. Highly enjoyable book. Darth Vader series continues to be strong. Surprisingly, I thought a book about Darth Vader would, overstay its welcome, right? Like, Darth Vader is great in short bursts. And I think Kieran Gillen knows that. This is why he probably created the character of Dr. Aphra to be like the mainstay of the book. And her interactions with Darth Vader are pretty great, as long as they're few and far between. And yeah, it's always cool to see Darth Vader killing people, but that does get old. Uh, the best thing about Darth Vader was the mystery. Who was he? And the more we found out about him, throughout the prequels and stuff, the less mystique he kind of had. So I was always concerned about this book, but so far so good, right? So until next time, see you there.